Hey y'all, I'm Kasey.
And I'm MG, and this is Soul Tide.
We are two platonic soulmates sharing our thoughts and feelings on friendship, social issues, and healing in today's America.
With a focus on queer existence in the evangelical South and answering the philosophical questions that come with it.
Hey y'all, welcome to the pod.
What's up?
Hopefully, if all works out, this will be on YouTube.
Right.
And Patreon. So we'll see. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know. But that's the plan, is to have a YouTube channel or a Patreon, which is free for most of the content on there. If any of you want to watch us instead of listen. I like watching podcasts. It's more just like finding the time.
Right, yeah.
Of like doing it. And like a lot of the time, like watching Joey Santagato and his podcast, I'm like, I really want to be high right now watching watching them. I just want to sit here and watch them just like fight back and forth of whatever they're talking about. Um so yeah, I think it's fun. It's just like timing and like there's a lot to watch that I'm trying to watch. I don't and I forget. I just always listen on my phone. I forget I can watch it.
Yeah, you keep up with a lot more podcasts.
Yeah, no, it's like my everyday thing. Like there's not a day that goes by that I don't listen to a podcast.
Crazy.
If I'm sitting in silence for 2 minutes, I'm turning a podcast on.
And you're like, nope, not gonna deal with that.
No, not at all. No, like the only time I'm in silence is when I'm trying to go to sleep. That's the only time I'm in silence. Like otherwise, oh God, turn something on, please.
Honestly, yeah, I mean, pretty
Yeah,
much same.
I don't like sitting in silence. And my ears ring.
Do you have tinnitus?
Do your ears not ring? Like
Well,
when
I have.
well, like,
So,
okay, well, is it normal for like people that when they're in silence, they're just ringing? Like
probably.
it's complete silent. Like right now, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. So, see, it's happening to me right now. So
Oh,
maybe
okay. So no. So I don't have that. I diagnosed myself with another thing. But yeah, no, it's just like if it's not too silent, it's just like I feel like there's a lot of ringing and it's just like it makes me go crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, let's avoid that.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't want you to go crazy or then you are.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I can only handle so much.
Yes.
So yeah, so new step in the right direction is doing video uploads for the podcast, and which is going to be so much more work for me.
I was about to say, like, yeah, congratulations. Here's a bunch more work doing that. Not me.
Yeah, it's like I edit the audio and I make clips for TikTok and stuff like that. And now because the audio and the video is separate, I have to edit separately.
Oh, you.
Yeah, so we'll see. So I have to just like keep track of the times that I edit and then make sure I can like keep up with that. So I don't have to like really listen through it twice, you know? And there was another point. It completely left me.
He said, and yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. So that, and also we're adding a new segment
Oh, right. Yes.
into the podcast. So I don't know when we're going to be doing it because we haven't like done too much discussion since I called you and I was like, yo, what if we did this? And you were like, yo, yeah, that's awesome. You know, like
That's yo, what's up, brother? Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how we talk to each other all the time. So it's going to be called, is that okay for it to be called the Witching Hour?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay, so yeah, so I just came up with this idea for us to come up to do like a segment separate from the podcast, or like it's still like a podcast, but it's like not part of our Thursday podcast uploads. So we have to pick like a time and a day of when we're recording and doing that and everything. The hardest part though is that I want to do it in person.
Correct.
So that's just the hardest part. So I don't know if we can do it like once a month or every other month we get together and we do something like fun and like witchy and whatnot. Because the whole point is to make the whole like experience witchy and
Right.
like like the our surroundings witchy, and like I would like to dress witchy to really get in the mood. And so tell me if you can you still see me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Here it is. So we would be talking about all kinds of things, and I would specifically going off of like historically, I guess, how witchcraft has been a symbol of empowerment for women and marginalized groups
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
something that I would like to go over, and um how it fits in modern day societal issues. I also, if we get to the point at where we get listeners that are interested, maybe get some listener stories of their experiences with witchcraft and paranormal experiences.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
because you have a paranormal experience,
Yeah.
which is
Okay.
creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Any paranormal experience for me is creepy as fuck, okay? Like, no, thank you. I don't want any part in that. I just want to hear about it. I don't want no part of it though.
Yeah, that would be a cool segment for sure. And I mean, we're saying segment, but basically it's like a whole other creation. It's like a project, I would call it. Like,
Yeah, well, I guess because it's still a part of what we are of like the Soul Tide podcast, but it's just like it's just like over there. So
yeah, side podcast project. It's because it's not like you said, it's not like the Thursdays. Like
right.
it's not our weekly
Yeah,
cast.
it's
It's
not
like
gonna be it's probably, yeah. I mean, if it would be cool if it was a weekly thing, but I think it would probably be better if it was like at least once a month. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, so like witch histories and maybe our experiences with like spells and rituals and psychic phenomenons and I got lots of those.
Okay. I
I'm a
like that.
fucking psychic over here, okay? I have a little book. I write my little things in, and I'm just like, I'm a psychic. My mom called me yesterday after I had just thought about her, and that was the second time in a row that happened like in a day. Like it happened the day before. That's what I'm saying. And so it happened again, and I'm just like, Mom, your daughter's a psychic. Like you just it just that's just what it is. I don't know what else it is.
Like you need to repent is what happened. And
Oh, and some like tarot readings.
that would be fun. Of course, it being me, I would love to also do like a political slant to it as well, like occasionally. Um, which I feel like the history of witchcraft is kind of inherently political. As I
Oh,
mean,
well,
as you
yeah, yeah.
like empowering to women and marginalized groups and stuff. Um,
Hmm.
so I think that would be really cool. And obviously, I've always wanted to go like protest outside a courthouse dressed like a witch with a cauldron. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. No, that would be super, super cool. Cause like, I don't know. There's a bad like people just view like when you say witch, you just
right?
they're just like stay away like I mean I still kind of do it too. I'm just like, okay, what are we talking about here? Like how much of this are we are you a bad witch or are you a good witch? Like some of it I'm just like, nope, I'm good, like not into that kind of stuff and whatnot. But um I guess it would be called like a green witch, right? Or a white witch or something like that. Like, yeah. So,
Heck, I don't know if you can call yourself a white witch anymore.
a what?
I said, well, you did hex Donald Trump, so I'm not sure if you can call yourself
I
a white.
didn't kill him.
No, no, you didn't kill him. I didn't say that. I said you hexed him.
Well, when I think of hexing, I think of like killing.
Oh, well, that's not accurate at all.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I still have a lot to learn. We're gonna be learning together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, what the hell? No, hexing could be like you get someone's like tire to pop.
Perfect.
Like,
Yeah, okay. Well, listen,
if I
as
had the
you
power,
said, do what?
if I had the power to do that, you know how many people around this? Oh,
Okay, well, listen, as you said before, like there are people that deserve it, like truly deserve it. And I'm just like, yes, but I feel like that's not my say of like who deserves what or not. I just don't want the man to be president. That's it. That's all. That's all mine was about. I was just like, please, please, if there's anything out there. I will believe in the Christian God again. Like, I don't care. Anything. Anything. Honestly, anything.
oh, you're like, I will go back to church.
No, on my knees, I will. If he's not, if something happens and he's not president, I'll go to every single temple, every single church, and I'll just like crawl on my knees and just be like, thank you. Until, to every single one of them. I don't know what's out there,
You're like, so, I've been thrown out of a lot of churches, because I got thrown out of a temple. I got thrown, like, oh my goodness, that's funny. Yeah, I feel the sentiment for sure. But yeah, so we'll be doing cool stuff like that where you'll learn that hexing doesn't mean someone dies. It could
Right.
mean wanted to, I think. I think it.
Can you hear that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Go away. My computer keeps dinging because I get emails.
How dare it?
Okay, sorry, continue.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, it's up for interpretation, which I mean, I think so much is in witchcraft just about like your intention, like a hex could be used for anything. Like if you have the intent to do that, of course, I don't think, uh, I mean, we could have debates about what like witchcraft really like is and like quote unquote how much like power is behind it or whatever. All I know is that I'm never gonna piss off any like voodoo practitioners or hoodoo practitioners
Here,
or like
hold on. Well, that's the thing is like, I feel like people just be hexing. People just be hexing to hex. And I'm just like, okay, so your man looked at a woman wrong or messaged a woman and you're gonna hex him. Maybe talk to him. Maybe do that. Or break up with him. Maybe do that.
break up with him and then hex him. I don't know.
Okay, I feel like, okay, if there's like, I don't know, there's just like some people just be hexing to be hexing, and I feel like I'm just like, you're just misusing it. I feel like there's a lot of misuse in it. And so like when there's misuse, there's no power behind it, if that makes sense.
Interesting. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't agree, but it makes sense. Like,
Really? I don't know. I just feel like,
well, I mean, I think the argument would be like, is there power behind a hex ever? You know what I mean? Because
well, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, like, if you would agree that there is, then it's like, a gun is a gun. It's gonna fire even if you're shooting someone because for a
Right,
dumb
but you're
reason.
not always gonna hit your target.
What?
You're not always gonna hit your target.
Okay.
If you fire a gun, you're not always gonna hit your target.
So in that analogy, you mean the hex isn't always gonna work?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we've lost the plot with this. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about it because when we talked on the phone about the like project segment thing, I was like, honestly, I love a little bit of theater. I love a little bit of a costume. I love a theme. I love drama. I love a vibe. And the vibe is paramount to this project. It just is. And I said, listen, I will sign on to this project if you can provide me candles. So
Okay, do
many
a what?
candles,
Oh, yes.
candles.
Yeah.
So many said she would, and therefore I'm signed on to the project with the promise of candles.
Yes, I do have a lot of little tea light candles or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what is your, are we going into this like super committed to the theme? Are we going in like scripted? Are we going in like, or is it just going to be like us messing around, but we're in witchy shit?
I mean, a little bit of both.
Yeah.
All. All of the above. Definitely I want to stay committed to like how we're dressed and
Hmm.
like the vibe, like the video, like what's going on in the video. Does it look witchy? Does it look like we're really into it, you know? And I guess just depending on our topic, where if we're like more talking about like history stuff, then that's gonna be more of like scripted of like what we're talking about, obviously. And then I guess everything else would be more like we have a plan of what we're talking about, but we're also kind of going off of that and like, you
Yeah.
know, so it's just something we have to be very like ready for
Hmm. Oh,
time. So, and it's going to be like preparation and like with like changing and then getting everything ready and everything. So it's something that has to be very like planned out.
hmm.
So I would say probably maybe not start this month or next month, but maybe in the new year
I think I
for
agree.
our 1 year anniversary.
Oh,
So we already had our 1 year anniversary of like the podcast, but we didn't start actually uploading videos until January, the first Thursday of January. So yeah, so that's exciting. And we'll just have to figure something out with that. So,
yeah.
yeah.
I think it'd be cool, and I think it would be cool if we did like within it, like if we had like one. Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, this we're like we're so creative. I'm not. But if we had multiple little like things that we did within it, like segments within the segment, you know what I mean? Like a history piece, and then like am I the sinner sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Little like things that we can do like within it, and hopefully when we do it, I will be more articulate and I won't just say things and within the things when we're doing the thing, probably.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, and I think we can like workshop that, and I think it'll be really cool,
For sure.
honestly.
Yeah, I think it'll be super cute, especially having video too.
Right.
Like, I feel like that will definitely like pull more people into it and be more interested. And also haters. All the haters. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
because we talked about doing like specific like TikTok content for
mhm.
these like episodes. Um and I think that'll be cool, like doing little witchy
Mhm.
videos and
Well,
stuff.
just doing like videos in general for our TikTok, um,
Oh,
for the podcast in general, just like post all that there. Um, so
yeah.
yeah, but I think another thing too, I definitely just for because I feel like the haters we're gonna get are going to be Christian. So one of the things I really want to do, since we're so well versed on it because of how we were raised, is how much witchy shit is in the Bible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Started off with a banger. Let's just really get people heated right away.
Get us burned at the stake immediately.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to feel the heat, you know?
Your trial will be at the end of this video. Else is posting this for us. No, that's really cool. And I saw a have you heard of the Two Dykes and a Mic podcast? Okay. Anyway, that's one you should check out. They're really
Okay.
but one of them, I'm not sure their name or their pronouns, but they are a stand-up and they like have this line about every single ex-evangelical queer person is probably a witch, and I'm like, yeah, it happens. I don't know.
I
They were,
saw that somewhere. Maybe you sent it to me.
I probably sent it to you. It was like you add this together, and you end up with a little witch, and that's just, and we have little jars everywhere. I don't know what happens, but I 100% agree. Literally, that's just kind of the path that you go down, you know. But I think it also is rooted in like rebellion for sure, because what's like the most salacious thing when you're a
Found it.
teenager?
Let
Done
me
it.
see it.
Oh.
No, you can't see it.
But like the most salacious thing is either like devil worship. So like I know some people in like youth group that like leaned more towards the, oh, I'm gonna listen to like heavy metal and act like I'm worshiping the devil and whatever. And then some of us were like, we could be Wiccans. Um, you know, and then sometimes you don't ever come out of it. Sometimes you're a witch into your late 20s. And then here we are.
Here we are. Yeah, I guess we could also talk about like our history of like how we got to where we were too. Like I know we've talked about it on the podcast for sure, but I think let's kind of have a video of like more like I don't know. I don't really remember the episode that we recorded, so I don't remember how like well structured it was. Um, so let's do something where it's like we have a full introduction of like our experience and where we are and why we got there and stuff like that, like you just said. So yeah, I think that's good. I think that should probably be our first video.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. And I, as someone like who grew up watching a bunch of YouTube and stuff, I think I've always been like kind of dramatic like content creation like that. So I love that you brought the idea forward. Because I'm also someone who I probably wouldn't have been like, let's do this, because I don't have the like, I don't know, tenacity, I guess, that you have, that you're just like, yeah, I'll do that. Like, oh, this, I'll start doing that, you know, which I really admire about you. Shut up. Don't make it gay.
Well, if anything, it's something that like we bring something to the table, we try it, and if it fails, it fails, and we just continue with what we've been doing because already we are doing better than other startup podcasts because only it's like 7% of people actually make it past their 12th episode or 6th episode or something like that. And we're at 50, I believe. We're hitting our year mark. Like we're coming up on our year mark. So like we've already done that. Like we've proven to ourselves that we can do it. We've stuck to it. We've had a lot of bumpy bumps in the road and everything. And so the worst case scenario of us trying something new is that it just doesn't work and we fall back to what we've been doing.
Right.
And we brainstorm of what we can do better or whatever. So,
Yeah, I think that's cool.
yeah.
And I know, I definitely know that like my brain, when I'm bringing like things to like the table, we have 10 minutes, by the way.
Okay.
Bring things to the table will be, you ever watched ContraPoints before? Okay. So ContraPoints, it's a channel by Natalie Wynn, and she does a lot more stuff on Patreon now. But she makes these like sometimes 2 hour long essay videos, right? Where
Right.
often like political. The last one she did, I believe, like 2 hours on Twilight. All right. So
So I'm gonna
I,
tune in.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like, so actually I am interested in that. But she's just absolutely fantastic. A lot of her stuff is just immaculate set design, and she does these just like little like side characters, and it really keeps your brain like ready to receive the information, because her shit is so information heavy that I will have to pause it so many times and be like, so gotta Google that before I continue, because I don't know what's going on. But I'll send you some like stills or like little clips of hers where that's where my brain is gonna be, like a video kind of like essay minded. And there's another creator that does that too. I think they're a little non-binary person. It would make sense that we just do little essays because we're weird little freaks.
Well, I think that definitely makes sense for like the history segments
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
Because we like to talk.
Yes.
So I feel like if that's for every single one, it won't go well.
Yeah.
Like it'll go well, but it won't like we won't finish the way we want to finish. And so like I don't want to promise anything to anybody else that is expecting a like essay like informative style unless it's like that's like one part of it and then the rest of it like you were saying.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what I mean by like
yeah.
do just like little parts of it
Yeah.
more scripted and more intentional.
Hmm.
And, go. I mean, we can figure it out. We can see, because almost it would kind of be fun, like interview style as well, where we're just like, I I'm gonna have to try and find this clip, but we had some assignment in fucking like English when I was in like 10th grade, and we had all these options for the project to do, and I chose like interviewing someone that's dead. So and I will say the man is insane, but give him a script and we're golden. So me and my father, I what who was he? He was Charles Dickens. He pretended to be, and we like moved everything in the living room and like put two chairs together in front of the fireplace and like lit the fireplace, and we had tea, and it was really heavily scripted, but it was hilarious where we would just all of a sudden start laughing for no reason, and we would be like anyway. Don't know why, but everybody fucking loved it, and I really enjoyed that.
Well, because as you said, you love theater, so I'm sure you like put it on very well and like yeah.
Oh, I tuned in.
Yeah, you tuned in. So like you were very like convincing and like enjoyable to watch because it wasn't cringe, you know?
Right, yeah. I love non-cringy improv as well, which I feel like our riffs are improv, I be riffing, and I do be riffing. Half of me, little bitch. But yeah, I think it'll be really cool, and yeah, like you said, we have which I'm very grateful for that many people don't have. We have like this safety net to fall back into, that we already have an established podcast to be like, all right, and we'll just do this,
Right. Yeah, for sure. Which it's a slow progression.
Yeah.
That word?
Yeah.
Progression?
Well, I don't know what you're about to say.
Am I saying that correct? Progression.
Progression. Yeah.
I'm gonna cut that out. This is the one thing is like words and me. I don't know. I should be mute, honestly. Take the podcast away, MG.
I should be mute. The first episode is like, I'm going to do a spell to bring this mute person's voice back.
Just like, I wanted it to be gone. Yeah, no, literally. Stop embarrassing myself with all these tongue ties.
But that is cool too. I know you don't like memorizing stuff, but
It took me a week to memorize 7 lines of lyrics in a song.
oof.
A week. Okay, maybe like 4 days, but like Too
Yes.
long, too long. It's not even that long. It's not
Grant,
that long.
with like cue cards with your script on it.
No,
Grant's
I
like,
literally was like, I'm gonna have to write this down to memorize it because that's the best way for me to memorize it is like if I'm writing it over and over again. And like I didn't do that. So I think that's why it took me so long because I was just trying to like say it over and over and over again instead of like reading it and writing it. But yeah, memorizing shit.
yeah,
You better give me 2 months heads up if I need to memorize something.
we're definitely gonna have to do one a month if you have to memorize anything.
Yeah, no, literally. Like it's bad. If it's small little like video clips, that's fine, but
Yeah, you're
yeah.
like clip or nothing. I know.
Let me be the one that's not talking. I don't know.
It's just me doing voiceover the whole time and you just doing random stuff.
I'm just like dancing in the background.
And that's when the second witch trial began, and you're like, uh, but I'm excited about it. I think it'll be cool. And obviously, super gay again, gay warning, gay content warning. It's gonna be awesome to get the project with you together because it's creative together. Okay, shut up. All right. And you're like, and I'm not looking forward to doing it with you.
I'm just
You're
like,
just
in that note, we're gonna end this all together.
like the podcast is ending as well because that
Yeah,
was
no, like that's what I meant. It's done. Everything's done. 3-year break.
yeah. Goodbye.
So, okay, so yeah, we got 2 minutes, so we'll wrap it up. So yeah, so excited for the all the newness coming and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully the video worked out to where I can post it and we will start doing some research and more brainstorming on our witchy segment that we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, super excited about that and to share it with everyone who's listening, whoever's listening.
People.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. All right, homie. Well, have a good night at work.
Thanks.
Okay. Love you, homie.
Love you. Bye,
I
bitch.
don't think can I end this? My mail thing is right over my like leave button.
Okay.
So I
So
need
that.
you to hang up. So it won't go away for some reason.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.